Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd, as well as my friends over at Yarnspirations.com. Today I'm going to show you this crochet hanging pot cozy. So you can use this as a hanging pot, or you can use this as a desktop or countertop pot. It's all pretty cool, and you are going to use a 4mm size G crochet hook today, and you're going to use your Lily Sugar and Cream yarn in order to play. So here's a larger size. I used a 6mm size J crochet hook and Bernat Homemaker yarn, and this fits a really big size pot, and actually you could do a nice big basket. So what you have is a nice center around at the base, and then we're going to do some back loops only, just like you see here, in order to get the bend of the material. And then once we get that, all it is, it's trebles and single crochet, treble and single crochet, and you can go as high as you want. And then at the top here it's a reverse single crochet, also known as the rib stitch or the crab stitch at the top. My goal today is just to show you how to get started, just to show you how to build up. I don't need to show you the whole project on camera, because if you've done hats, this is all pretty straightforward, and I'll just show you the growth and etc. So without further ado, let's grab your Lily Sugar and Cream yarn and let's begin to go. Oh, one more thing. You're going to notice version 1 and 2, it's just a difference in color. It's not a difference of the pattern itself. So let's continue along. So let's begin using your cotton yarn, your Lily Sugar and Cream. You can use Bernat Handicrafter yarn too, and a 4mm size G crochet hook in order to play. So we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and in the very first chain you want to put in 8 single crochets, and this is going to rotate around a circle. So 1, 2, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. And then you're just gonna slip stitch to the first one. If you're not sure, just count it backwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, and slip stitch it to the 8th one back. And if you can identify it without having to do that, that's up to you. So let's begin to understand how we're gonna grow this thing out. So in the next round, what we're going to do is that we're gonna chain up 1, and then every stitch around is gonna get 2 single crochets, and so we're gonna start then the growth at this point. So there's gonna be 2 single crochets in each. So 1 and 2, and then you move to the next one and do 1 and 2, and next one, 1 and 2. So you're gonna have 8 groups of 2 going all the way around. Now what I need to show you when we get closer to the beginning is to make sure that you don't identify a stitch that really technically isn't there. So one of the things is that when you do circles, it's really easy to be able to misinterpret what the stitch is and where there is growth then for the last round. Okay, so I will show you that in just a moment, because I think I'm almost there. So there should be 8 groups of 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So do you see that this one here, this looks like a stitch, but it's not. It's part of it, and it's leaning towards the beginning, and that is not a stitch. It's just more of a builder. So you're just gonna slip stitch it to the top of the first one. So that was round number 1. See how that closed it in? You could have filled it in, but then you'll end up with the wrong counts, and then your project will be not growing properly as well. So let's move along to round number 3. So the growth is gonna happen consistently until we get to the round number 8. So the consistency is that the first one is always gonna be chain 1, and you're always gonna put 2 single crochets into the first one. So in this round there's gonna be 1 single crochet by itself, and then the next one has 2 single crochets in it. And you do that same patterning going all the way around for this round. So the next one is 1 into the same one, and then the next one has 2. So please do that same idea going all the way around. When you get all the way around, the last stitch should just be 1 single crochet by itself. I'm not doing anything to make that special. So you started off with 2, and then it was 1 by itself. So because the next one that you're about to hit into is 2, the one ending should just be 1 by itself. So let's just slip stitch it and move up a row or around. So let's move on to round number 4. So the growth then is gonna be interesting. It's always gonna be the same in the beginning. So chain up 1 and 2 single crochets into the first one. So this time, because we've gotten slightly bigger, the next 2 in a row are gonna be single crochets. So that's the growth. So last time it was just 1 single crochet by itself. This time there's 2 single crochets by itself, and then the next one has 2 in the same one. and you're gonna continually grow this thing out so that by the end of it there should be 5 single crochets by itself, and then 2, and then 5, and then 2, and you're gonna continue to do that in the same manner. If you've ever done hats, it's very much the similar properties in order to do that. So you just continue that, and I'll see you on the next round. So just 2 into the same one, and then 2 by itself. When you get all the way around, just slip stitch, and then you're good to go. So this will be the last time I'm showing you the growth. So we just start up again and just chain up 1, and there's gonna be 2 into the same one, and this time for this one there's gonna be 3 by itself. So 1, 2, and 3, and then the next one has 2 in it. So what I want you to do is that I want you to continue in the same manner of the growth, and remember what I said already. So there's gonna be 5 single crochets in a row, and then 2. So the next row then you'll have 2 into the same one, and then 4 by itself, and then 2, and then the row after that it's gonna be 2 into the same one, and then 5 by itself, and so on. So what I want you to do is I want you to get that done so you have 5 single crochets in a row, and then 2 into the same, and then we're gonna start then working our way up the pot in order to continue this along. So let's see that you there in just a moment. So I'm back. So technically I have 3 in a row and then 2, but I can show you the rest of this anyway because it's just easier. So you should get 5 in a row and then 2, 5 in a row and then 2. So technically there's 2 more rounds after this one, that's if you want to follow my example completely. So to do the next round then we're gonna start working our way up the side of the pot. So to do that one you're gonna chain up 1, and you're just gonna go into the back loop. So if you're new to crochet, there's always 2 strands that make up a stitch. The strand that's closest to you is the front loop, and the strand that's furthest of you is the back loop. So by chaining up 1 you want to go into the back loop of each one of the stitches for a single crochet all the way around. This creates a bend in the material so that you can have a project that will sit up flat when you're going to use it. So just go in the back loops, 1 single crochet in each, and then meet me back here in just a moment. So I'm coming all the way around, I'm still doing my back loops, and then I'm just going to slip stitch to the top of the first one. So you can see that there's a definite line in here, and that allows you to turn the material, turn the fabric to turn. So now you're just gonna chain up 1, and then just doing 1 single crochet in the regular stitch as usual, and just do 1 single crochet in each, and then you're gonna do that all the way around, and meet me back here in just a moment. So I'm coming up all the way around, just 1 single crochet in each, and then I just join it to the top of the, or to the front, the beginning of the first single crochet, and you'll notice that it just started bending, and because you've done the back loops anyway it's gonna start even bending even more. So the next 2 rounds are gonna be identical all the way to the top, and then the last round of your planter is going to be, or your pot cozy is gonna be the same. So you're gonna chain 4, which counts as a treble, and you're gonna move to your next one and wrap the hook twice and treble into the next, and keep trebling all the way around. So wrap twice and then in, wrap twice, and you keep on pulling through and through and through. So it provides these really long stitches that are part of the unique look of this particular pot cozy. So the next round after that is just going to be a single crochet around, and then you just return back to trebling once again. And if you look at the example, there is 3 rounds of the trebling, and they're separated with single crochets in between them to kind of bring them together to really have a unique look. And when you look at the other example, just like you see, the trebling and then single crochet. So what I want you to do is that I want you to continue this until you get to the top of your planter. Make sure that you are trebling, wrap twice, and get to the top, and I'll show you the very last round, which is the reverse single crochet, also known as the crab stitch. So just on the next round, just single crochet, return to treble, and then single crochet again. So make sure before you're at the very top you have a single crochet layer in there first, and then you'll be able to join me then with the reverse single crochet for the final. So I'm back, and I'm just finishing up a round of single crochet. So if I want to get this to be bigger, all I just do is just another round of treble. So chain up 4, 1 treble in each, and then the next row is single crochets like I already have. Once you get to the top of the height that you care for, then you're just gonna finish it off with the single crochet first, and then do the final as a reverse single crochet, also known as the crab stitch. To do that you're gonna chain up 1 and go into the exact same stitch that you were just in, and just pull through and through. So it's like a single crochet, but instead of advancing forward like normal, you're going to go reverse. So you're just going to go to the stitch right behind it. So just going right in behind, just sweep up the yarn and pull it under, and then pull through 2. and that's a reverse single crochet. So you're just gonna go to the one before it, sweep it under and pull. So just in, wrap and under, and what this is doing is creating a beautiful layering effect on the top. It's really quite a finishing technique, yeah, in order to do. You see this a lot on blankets and just final edges, just to get rid of the standard crochet look. So it's called reverse single crochet. Once you start this, it takes a bit of getting used to because you're working opposite to what you normally have been all the years you've probably been crocheting. And if you're new to crochet, then this is a great way to learn it right away. So you can see that it creates these beautiful ridges on the top versus having just a flat edge, and when you have it on other projects like this, it's awesome. So you're just gonna go all the way around, and when you get around, just slip stitch it to the top and then just weave in your ends, and then you're good to go, and then your little planter. So the actual straps itself are just a faux leather, and they are 40 inches long, so it just attaches on either side. It holds up your planter. Just make sure that everything's nice and strong. This is cotton, so it's extremely strong. You can't break it with your hands. It's one of the strongest materials out there for yarn, and it should be good to go. And because it is cotton, you're not afraid about getting it wet either. So until next time, I'm Mikey on behalf of Yarnspirations as well as thecrochetcrowd.com. Please enjoy your new planter basket.